I decided to go on with another mothership and fighter combination, both which I haven't played yet. The next mothership, as per difficulty, is the Duo. And a special thing about the Duo is that it counts as 2 separate motherships with 2 separate decks of enemies. They both have 2 level 1, 2 level 2 and 2 level 3 enemies. And you have to get through the respective decks to get rid of the protection of the motherships. So they are protected individually. And the other special thing about a Duo is that every turn this will cycle through. So we start in a turn where targets can be stunned with both lasers and maneuvers, but then every other turn they can either not be stunned with lasers or with maneuvers. So you have to take this into account. Unless this respective mothership of the color is destroyed already, then this debuff does not work anymore. Once they are no longer protected, and again these count individually, so the line is separated here, 2 enemies are from the left mothership, 2 enemies from the right, and they are refilled respectively. They will do 3 damage, and the right side needs 4 maneuver to destroy, and the left side 9 laser. But I will get an arbitrary token from the offer for defeating either side. But only one reward will matter, because once I destroy the other side, I just win. And as the fighter, I have chosen the Hermes, which I haven't played before. It has a lot of shields, but only 2 hull. The power tokens are the propulsion cannon, which I don't like too much, because it is, well, a coin flip, quite literally. So when you assign it to an enemy, you flip the token. One side of the token is empty, and you either do 5 laser damage or you do no damage at all, but still stun the enemy for this turn at least. Then we do have the overdrive, so the O token is still good for maneuvering, which I really like. And the W token also is for maneuvering, and it counts as 2 maneuver against level 2 and 3 enemies. So not against the mothership, but all the more difficult token are easier to evade. So it has actually 2 powers that help with evasion. It has the electrobots, which I do not like that much. And the signature skill is the reflect, which means that you will do the damage the enemy would do to you, +1 in return as laser. The problem with the Hermes is that targets require 1 extra laser to destroy. So even though you have the propulsion cannon and the reflect, you are, well, quite worse at killing enemies with lasers. And in particular for the Duo, it means that the left mothership takes 10 lasers to destroy. The plus side is that at game start you gain 1 extra skill. This is a new combination for me, but I have to confess I've played it once, but unfortunately the video got corrupted, so I can't show it to you. It was a really interesting game, really close game, but I did end up making it in with the last turn of the last warp with an empty bag, so just in time. Let's see how this works. And my last sentence was really in the last video that I do probably want to try that again because it was so close. And it was quite an interesting game. So I do get my first skill, which is either advanced maneuver or the small black hole. So I think this choice is quite easy, having my game, which I unfortunately cannot show you in mind. The advanced maneuver is really good with the Hermes because you have this overdrive, you have the whirlwind, and with 2 energy you can lower the requirement for evading by 1 this turn, which is quite huge. And the small black hole, I also had that last game, so I had both of them last game, but I never activated this because 2 maneuver tokens just to get no damage is not a good deal. At least not with this kind of combination here. So I think I will just stick with advanced maneuvering and happily taking this. And the extra skill card I gain, I've read that up. So every time you gain a skill, you just draw 1 from the pile and that's it. So I do get the palm device, which allows me for 1 energy to choose 1 token from your pool, so an unplayed token, remove it from the game and gain 1 token from the supply. So it really allows me to upgrade my tokens. Quite a strong skill, I think, because there's no restriction on what to gain actually, so I can get power tokens, I can get whatever I like, even a level 3 energy token. So really, really strong. So the only downside really is that you gain the token to your bag, not to your pool, so you won't have it available in the round or in the turn where you are activating it. But you can activate it at least with 1 energy in the prior turn, so you're not losing 2 tokens, so to speak. Alright, so let's prepare the bag, and we draw our first pilot plans. So we have drawn a fair bit of lasers, the level 2 energy token and 1 maneuver token. And the enemy arrivals are a Reaver and a Stalker. What I like about a Reaver is that it is a way to draw, and I can get the P power token, which unfortunately is a propulsion cannon, but yeah, why not? We also have a Viper that also makes us draw, and an Intruder. In particular, we have a Stalker and Intruder, which both give maneuver tokens, so this is something we want to have a look at. And the Viper also gives us a level 2 laser token when evaded. So we do have enough tokens to stun everything, and I think I want to evade the Viper. Well, not in this turn, so we just stun it for now. We do want to destroy the Stalker and the Intruder. Again, not this turn, which pretty much only leaves us with the option to also use a laser token for the Reaver. The question is, do we distribute it differently? And I probably want to put that here. So again, it does not destroy it because of the Hermes ability, but we can stun this, but then we would lose the laser. So one other option would be to charge the advanced maneuver and activate it, use the maneuver token on the Reaver, evade it, then draw 3 more tokens, which are quite likely to at least contain another maneuver token, and then evade something else. That might be something we want to think about. So there are 2 maneuver tokens in the bag, and I'm drawing 3 token out of 6. It's a little bit of a gamble. Maybe it's too much of a gamble. So maybe we reserve this play for the next turn. So we could charge advanced maneuvering and spend our energy for this, and then stun all enemies like this, which means that if we can activate this next turn, when we also have another maneuver token, we can also then just evade the Viper after all. I think I want to try this, so I don't have anything in my hold, and I'm using level 2 energy for advanced maneuvering without activating it right away. And there's nothing we destroy right away or evade. So any enemy turns, this will be stunned with maneuver and will not be discarded, and all the other 3 are stunned by lasers. I have to keep in mind that next turn I cannot stun with lasers, but it's probably not a big issue if I'm destroying everything or evading everything. So that was the enemy attacks, which brings us to the pilot plans. Alright, so we have drawn almost everything from the bag. What we did not draw was the reflect token, so the signature token, but we do have 2 more maneuver tokens, which are nice, and I have a way to draw now. So what I really want to do is I want to add 2 tokens to the bag before drawing. One I could do with the palm device. I think that's a good play, so I could use this to charge. I could use this to kill the intruder for a maneuver token, which I really like. Once we activate this, we will evade this automatically, and these 2 will be enough to evade these 2. The problem is that we then draw tokens which we don't need, and the warp will just end. So maybe this is not the best play. If we can add 4 tokens, we would have another turn. So is there a way to add 4 tokens? Let's not put that hastily on the palm device. Maybe we want to buy something for this. This would destroy this. We could evade this, but we would have to evade this using the advanced maneuvering, which would also make us draw. So that's the unfortunate part. And if we draw, we won't have another turn. But I think I'm fine with the first warp where we really stack up on maneuver tokens and use the palm device. So I think we should do that. I think I want to charge it, then use it. So this is discarded. We remove 1 token from the game, and we get any 1 token we want from the offer. And I think I want to go for a level 3 energy, which I then draw immediately to then buy something else. So let's put a level 3 energy token to the bag. We will then also destroy the intruder as planned for the maneuver token. So I have to take care that I discard the enemies on the right side. And I should make space here for a discard pile so I don't forget it. So this gives us a maneuver token, which we also add to the bag. So do we want to activate advanced maneuvering? If I do this now, I will draw the content of the bag. I can evade this as well. I think there's no need to activate this. I think I should really keep this for the next warp. What I will get is level 3 energy, a maneuver token, and the reflect. And this will be more than enough to destroy everything. Yeah, I don't want to activate this now. I want to store the level 2 energy on this. So this, I did not move this on, so I can't stun with lasers. I must not forget to progress this at the end of the turn. But with these 2 maneuver tokens, the Reaver is evaded. So this goes to the left side, and I draw the content of my bag basically because I have exactly 3 tokens, which are as planned the level 3 energy, the reflect, and another maneuver token. So this we really want to evade to get a level 2 laser and not draw again. So we can just do that with these 2 maneuver tokens. So the token, the Viper, is evaded, and we get a level 2 laser token. And this, again, a maneuver token is so nice that we want to use a reflect, but this unfortunately is only 2 laser and it has 3, so this does not work. And I cannot stun with lasers. So that's a little bit of a misplay, maybe. So do we activate it after all? We can still do that. The last thing we did was evade the Viper with 2 tokens, so if we activate that, we can just use 1, we would have 1 left and can then use it on the Stalker. I think I want to do that after all, because I do not want to take shield damage, and at least getting an energy token is better than, well, just losing a token and getting shield damage. So I think I will do that. So this is activated, the advanced maneuvering, which means the Viper we could evade with 1 token less. There was no information revealed. And now we have this token left. We also evade the Stalker. So this goes here and we get a level 1 energy token, which actually does allow us to store this in our hold. So the signature skill, which we did not need. And we do have this nice level 3 energy token to buy a power token. I think we should buy a power token. And I think with the synergy here with the advanced maneuvering, we will take an overdrive. We are not yet at the level 2 enemies, so the whirlwind does not do anything. And the overdrive allows us to stun 2 enemies, also counts as 2 maneuver. So I will take an overdrive. So we did defeat everything in this turn. There are no enemies attacks. And the pilot plans gives us all the tokens we added to the bag, which was another level 2 laser, an overdrive, and level 1 energy, which ends the warp. But at the end of turn, we also have to progress this. So we did only play 2 turns in our first warp. We ready our skills, we prepare the bag, we shuffle the enemies, which pretty much means that we will see the level 1 enemies again. So let's shuffle these as well. Shuffling 2 cards is not that easy, but let's not think about it. Those go here. And we progress to the second warp already, and we get another skill. The choice is between the Cleaner Bot Steve and the Fateful Lasers. The Cleaner Bot is really interesting because it can mean that the best tokens I have, I can return to the bag to prolong a warp, whereas the Fateful Lasers allows us to double our laser tokens in their value. These are both quite nice, so that's a tough decision. So energy wise, they both cost 2, and we already have some skills that need energy, but we already upgraded one of our energy tokens to level 3, which doesn't help, of course, because it would mean we overpay, but we do have some energy. I think I like the Cleaner Bot, but we do need to play on energy this game then. Well, for both actually. Let's just go with the Cleaner Bot. I have no idea what I'm doing, pretty much. So we draw our first pilot plans. So it's an overdrive and 4 lasers. Everything works currently. And the enemy rivals are the Reaver and the Stalker again. And here we have the Viper and the Intruder again. I think it's even the same order as before. It doesn't matter too much. So we also have our Reflect token and no energy to activate anything. So we can use the overdrive to evade either of these two, which do give us maneuver tokens once we defeat them. And here is a draw, and here is a level 2 laser, which I think I like. Maybe I go for the 1 energy token, because I just discussed that we need energy. So maybe I want to place that here. We could then use this to destroy the Intruder, and could use this with the level 1, because this counts as 3. So this is 4 to also destroy the Reaver. We would then reveal 3 new enemies, which I really like. So we put this into the hold, and I think we execute the plan. So playing the overdrive here means we evade the Stalker right away and collect the level 1 energy token. So this moves here and is locked in. 3 lasers is enough to destroy the Intruder, which gives us another maneuver token. So we are really stocking up on those. And the Reflect gives us 3 damage plus 1 is 4, which is needed to destroy the Reaver, which then gives us a propulsion cannon. Even though I'm not that fond of it, it will still do its thing. So in the enemy attack phase, the Viper is stunned by maneuvering, and we keep this laser in the hold. So let's not forget this. Next turn, we cannot stun with maneuvers, and we draw pilot plans. So I've drawn 3 maneuver tokens, unfortunately. Well, let's see if it's unfortunate or not, because we do have our advanced maneuvering, and the enemy rivals are a Flame, which we did not see yet, which also gives a propulsion cannon. But if we evade it, it will give us a Whirlwind, which I like much more. The other level 2 enemy from the left mothership is the Shade, so it makes buying more expensive. And the first level 2 enemy rival from the right mothership is the Vengeance, which gives a level 3 laser when blasted down, or an Electrobot when evaded. And if I stun it, it doesn't deal more damage. So I think I need advanced maneuvering, but it would only work against, well, one of the level 2s. Well, there is already one. This is interesting. So the advanced maneuvering would get rid of this Viper right away, and then we would be able to evade another level 3 and a level 2. No, not a level, but a token that needs 3 maneuver and one that needs 2. And I think I want the Whirlwind, so let's assign that here. And the level 2 energy is also interesting. But then I could not get rid of this. Well, it just deals 1 damage if I don't stun it at all. Maybe that's the play here. So let's see what the bag situation is. I do have 1 more turn. That's nice. At least 1 more turn. So we would need to charge the advanced maneuver. And I think I want to use the palm device again, because I do have this laser token that I don't need with this strategy. That sounds quite efficient. Let's do that. Actually, I did not recharge this from my last run, so I haven't taken any hull damage and no shield damage yet. So let's put that on maximum. Alright, so let's use the advanced maneuver, which means the targets require 1 less maneuver to evade this turn. So the Viper is immediately evaded for a level 2 laser token. The Shade is evaded for a level 2 energy token. The Flame is evaded for a Whirlwind token. So we add this to the bag. The overdrive is also discarded. And I think I want you to use the palm device. It's a good opportunity. So this is discarded, and we remove the level 1 laser from the game to get any other token. And I do think I want a level 3 laser token this time, because this allows me to gun down the Vengeance and get another level 3 laser token. Should I take a power token instead? The Reflect would only be a level 2. We could take another Overdrive. I think I want to take this level 3 laser. So this was the palm device. We have nothing left. So in the enemy attack phase, this Vengeance deals 1 damage to us. So we lose 1 shield and we have to remove another token from the game. And I think I want to remove another level 1 laser token, because I do need the energy. I don't want to lose maneuver tokens. So I think this is what I want to do. So pilot plans, level 2 laser, little bit of energy, 2 maneuver tokens, and we progress here. So both are usable. And we do have more enemy arrivals, and we are already the level 3 enemies. So this is a Thunder, which gives a skill card or a Reflect token, and it cannot be stunned. And the other is a Destroyer, which also gives a skill card if evaded, or 2 tokens when destroyed. But it can be stunned regularly. And here we have the other level 2 enemy of the right mothership, which is a Torment. It gives a level 3 laser when evaded and can make us draw. So what's the bag situation? So we do have 5 tokens still in the bag, so we will have another turn. So this is what we should think about then. We could even activate the Cleanerbot Steve. So this cannot be stunned. And if we stun this, it will deal 3 damage instead. So that already looks like we are getting some damage, because I don't think there's a way to destroy anything. So we don't have enough maneuver to evade anything. And we definitely do not have enough energy to blast anything down. That's a bit of a problem. So I do not want to stun this without destroying it. And I cannot stun this. So we have to distribute these tokens. I probably want to gun this down to draw, which would mean that we would try to evade this one here. I did get a Whirlwind, so this means I can just evade it next turn and get a skill. So we want to gun this down. Next turn I won't be able to stun with lasers. So I think I will use the Cleanerbot Steve so I charge it with 2 energy. And I'm returning 3 tokens from your discard pile to the bag, which will be the Overdrive, definitely. I think I will also take the Reflect and probably 1 more maneuver token, because this will be effective next turn. So this is put back to the bag. And this is an unfortunate enemy attack turn. So the Thunder will deal 2 damage to us. Let's just move on before I remove tokens. The Destroyer is stunned by maneuvering. The Torment is stunned by laser fire, but the Vengeance will also deal 1 damage. So we lose another shield and we have to get rid of 3 tokens. This is a bit sad, but we will get rid of level 1 energy and laser and another level 1 energy. Let's see if this was worth it. So we are now in a turn where laser fire does not stun, and the pilot plans gives us a propulsion cannon level 2 energy, the Whirlwind and an Overdrive. So the propulsion cannon. We do not have much firepower still, so only 2. So even if this would hit, we cannot muster 7 attack. That's quite impossible, which pretty much means that these are the only 2 that we can destroy. And if we do not hit the Torment, we can't destroy it at all. So my reasoning is why even attempt it. But if I stun this with the propulsion cannon instead of destroying it, I will get 3 damage unless I'm working on it. So maybe I should do it on the Torment after all. And there are at least 4 tokens in the bag, so drawing would be nice. So we should really attempt to draw, and this does not let me draw. Maybe the skill can do something for us. That's something we should actually think about. Let's think about where to put the Overdrive. Well, the Whirlwind pretty much must go to the Destroyer, which means the Overdrive would be best spent here, but this stuns the Vengeance. So let's start with the propulsion cannon and see if this actually works on a Torment. If not, just to point it out, it does not count as a laser, it just stuns the enemy. And I think this still works in spite of this ability here, because this only means targets cannot be stunned by lasers. And the propulsion cannon counts as 5 lasers if it lands on heads, but if it lands face down, this token stuns the target and is discarded end of turn. So it does not count as a laser. So we could then leave this through and just deal with the other enemies. That's the plan here. So let's flip the propulsion cannon on the Torment, and it comes up as tails, unfortunately. Okay, so it does not work, but it stuns the Torment. I think that's really sad, but I think I want to know what the skill is that we get. So we use the Whirlwind as an evasion 2. I neither want a Reflect nor an Electrobot, where I don't have access to anyway. Let's take the skill with the Whirlwind. So this is 4 maneuver against the Destroyer. So we get a skill, and it's the Energy Bolt. This card counts as 5 lasers against 1 target, but cannot stun this effect lasts until the end of turn. This is quite perfect, to be honest, because we do have a level 2 laser token still, so we can charge this and then have a level 5 laser, which can destroy the Torment and make us draw after all. Because we do have 4 tokens in the bag, we could think about destroying something else and have another turn. Well, if we cannot stun the Thunder, the overdrive actually won't work. I think I will get a lot of damage. Let's draw. I have to hope to draw something good. Well, I should probably know what I draw. Let's use the energy bolt on the Torment. This wastes some tokens, unfortunately. But then again, we will draw something. So let's see what we get here. So it's a Reflect, a level 3 laser, and a maneuver token. But the unfortunate thing again is that with 2 maneuver, none of these is evaded. And this cannot be stunned. And if this is stunned, it deals even more damage. So we have to kill something here. The Reflect will do 3 damage against this, and 3 is 6, doesn't help. And here the Reflect is 2 damage, with 3 is 5, that does actually help. But I will get 2 damage. Well, let's do that. So that's counting as, I think it counts as 2 always, even though it goes up if stunned to dealing 3 damage. If I played, it counts 2, then it's stunned, and it goes up to 4. That doesn't sound right. Yeah, I think it's just always counting as 2, but it doesn't matter because I will shoot it down to 5 anyway. So this will be a level 3 laser token we add to the bag. At least we are getting some good tokens, and we are only in a 2-second warp, because we will now get 2 damage again, unfortunately. I think I will keep the overdrive in the hold, assign this here, but it doesn't matter at all because it cannot be stunned anyway. And we do have 2 energy to buy something. Did I advance this? We only had 2 turns in the first warp, so which means that we started here. So this would mean we are in our 4th turn. So that's 1 turn worth of tokens. That's 2 turns worth of tokens. That's 3 turns worth of tokens. And we did maybe draw some extra, remove some. So I think it sounds reasonable that we are in our 4th turn. So what to buy with this? Or do we keep this in the hold instead of the overdrive so that we can activate these nice abilities that we have? No, I don't think I want to do that. I think I want to have the ability to stun 2 tokens in the first turn. So I will pay this. Maybe to just recharge my shield. Maybe that's the play here. Because I don't think I want a level 1 or level 2 laser at the moment, and I don't need another maneuver token. So let's pay this to recharge 4 shield, and in the enemy attack phase I will get 2 damage, unfortunately. So we have to remove 2 tokens. I think I want to get rid of the level 1 energy, unfortunately. But we are spreading ourselves thin with energy. And what else to get rid of? Unfortunately, I think I need to get rid of a maneuver token. But we do get a lot, so maybe that's not a big deal. Do I want to get rid of the propulsion cannon? Well, if it does work, it can help a lot. Let's get rid of 1 maneuver token. I'm losing too many tokens, I think. So this means we have to advance this and draw the content of our bag, which are the nice tokens, unfortunately. But the warp ends at that point. So we refresh our skills. So we should get a quick glimpse on what we do still have in the bag. So as far as laser tokens go, we have like quite high valued ones. We have 3 maneuver tokens still and an overdrive, which we keep in the hold. We do also have the whirlwind. The energy we have, well, quite a lot of energy actually. And a propulsion cannon and still our reflect. That could be better, to be honest, but yeah, what can you do? So let's put that back into the bag. Let's not forget to increase the warp count. Now we had 3. We have seen all the enemies of the left mothership. Let's shuffle them. We have seen the up to level 2 enemies of the right mothership. So at least we won't get level 3s right away. And we get another skill. So it's the Respite Recharge or the Loop Around. So this I learned in one of the last games is quite nice if you don't reveal it in a warp anyway. So you can get rid of the ship. But with protected motherships, it's not as good because we want to see them anyway. And the Loop Around would mean that I have to remove 1 more maneuver token, but then I can redraw. And I think I want to try that out because I do feel I have a lot of maneuver tokens in this run because of the level 1 enemies that give me 1 when I destroy them. And I really don't want to have another skill that also costs energy. So the first pilot plans give us 2 maneuver tokens, 2 lasers and 2 energy. And we still have the overdrive left. And the enemy rivals are a Shade and a Destroyer. And from the other mothership we have a Torment and a Viper. So we are starting off with quite some high level enemies. But we can stun with lasers and with maneuvers. And we should think about our skills as well. So the cleaner board is not as useful currently. The palm device, again, also not as useful. Well, we do not have a level 1 energy token left, so maybe we should get one. But the advanced maneuvering, I think, is really interesting. Because we do have 4 maneuver in total, which would allow us to evade the Shade, for example, evade the Viper, And then we would even have one maneuver token left, which if we added to the torment, we would also evade that. And maybe we want to get these tokens instead of the card this time, instead of drawing. Well, we could draw with these if we just blast down the torment. Maybe we get another maneuver, which would then allow us to evade the destroyer instead. I think I want to try that. I have enough to evade everything, so I won't get any damage anyway. So let's assign 5 damage to the torment, which destroys it, and we draw. So we do get another maneuver token. We also have a lot of energy now, and we can reflect. So I think I want to speed up here and play the overdrive and use these 2 energy to use the advanced maneuvering. So this is discarded, and this immediately evades the shade, which gives us a level 2 energy token, and this is locked in. So this goes to the bag. And now we need only 2 more to evade the destroyer. So that's 4 in total. No, it's 3 in total, but we only need 3 because of the advanced maneuvering. So we do get another skill card, which is Home Away from Home. So for a maneuver token, we can refresh one of our exhausted skills. That's also quite interesting with the advanced maneuvering. But I do think we want to use this here now to get another level 2 laser token by evading the Viper, which means I will probably want to hold on to this. And we can think about if we want to use the cleaner bot Steve or get another token from the offer. I think I want to buy a power token. Do think I want a Whirlwind. Let's just go with Whirlwind. So that's the pilot actions. Enemy attacks are none because they're all dead. So we are back to pilot plans. So now we can't use maneuver tokens, unfortunately, this turn. Well, at least not to stun, because we have drawn 2 Whirlwinds, which means we can evade definitely some tokens that we place here. And we do have a lot of lasers to stun the rest. So I'm feeling quite happy with this result. Enemy rivals are a Flame and a Thunder, and from the other mothership we have a Vengeance and an Intruder. So the Whirlwinds are only effective against these 2. Well, it would technically be enough to evade the Thunder, but why? But unfortunately the Whirlwind will not stun this turn, because they count as maneuvers, and they are currently stun resistant. So that's a bit of a problem, to be honest. So we can focus 1 down with Whirlwinds, and could, for example, get the last Whirlwind token. This is the Reflect, where we do have a Reflect left, and this is the token that gives us the Electrobot on evasion, but a level 3 laser on blasting it down. It has only 4 hull, but we have to finish it, otherwise it will deal a lot of more damage. So for example, 5 would do the trick here. Let's plan that. This would already count as 4 lasers, but this only brings it up to 6, so it won't destroy it. But maybe we will just stun this, so these are all stunned, and then we can get another Reflect token by evading the Thunder. Or do we want to get the last Whirlwind now and use the Reflect on the... Well, it can't be stunned. Okay, so that settles it, so we have to defeat this, and 7 is far too much. So we'll use 2 Whirlwinds, even though it's inefficient, to get rid of the Thunder. And it gives us our signature skill of Reflect to the bag. These 5 will be enough to kill the Vengeance, which gives us a level 3 laser token. So I'm feeling quite confident that we are speedy enough and we are refreshing the bag with really good tokens. This will stun but not destroy the Intruder, and this Reflect will deal 4 damage against the Flame, which also stuns it. And that's the enemy attacks. So now at the end of our turn, this advances, and we draw 5 tokens for pilot planning, which is the Reflect, a propulsion cannon, a lot of lasers, and level 2 energy. And I do have to remember that I have the energy bolt. But let's look at the enemy arrivals first, which are a Stalker from one mothership and a Siphon from the other. So we are now at the level 3 enemies of the right one. So this deals a lot of damage to shields. If we don't have any shield, it will be 1 hull damage, which we can do once. So this is not good, but it can be like stunned regularly. And all stuns are available to me. So what's the bag situation? We currently have only 2 tokens in the bag. So we can't activate these skills, but we can activate the energy bolt. And we can use this cleaner bot to stock up on tokens in the bag. So the cleaner bot alone would already mean we have another turn. This is good. So what do we want to try and blast down? So this is at 4 damage and that needs another 3. So this would do it. We can try and take a stab at the Siphon. This would recharge our shields. So I'd rather evade this, but we don't have any tokens for this currently. And I do like to get me maneuver tokens because we really need them. So another Reflect would bring this up to 8 and just kill it. And the others are not doing that much damage anyway. So should I try it at a Stalker or at a Siphon? 5, and I have to bring it up to 9. Well, I could use the energy bolt, of course. Let's see what happens if I use this against the Siphon. So let's flip it. And it comes up blank again, but at least it's stunned. So no luck yet with the propulsion cannon. So I think I want to use the cleaner bot Steve. So I'm paying it and activating it right away and adding 3 tokens back to the bag. And I think I will take the 2 Whirlwinds. That would be really interesting. and a maneuver token to activate the other skills. So let's add that, and next turn we can't use stun with lasers anyway. I think I will just use the reflect again, so it's 8 damage in total and the flame is destroyed. And we get another propulsion cannon. Then we add where we only need 1 more damage, but who cares? Where we could use the energy bolt now to destroy the stalker, but then it would be even worse. So actually I think I will place that in hold here and destroy the intruder, so we will see the rest of the enemies. Let's get another evasion token here by destroying the intruder, so a maneuver token I mean. And I think I will place this into the hold, or do I? I would just get a damage, but I can destroy something more interesting. So let's see what's coming here. So this is another level 3 enemy, so this would be more interesting. And here there's another level 1 enemy, which is not more interesting. So I should know if I have another laser token in the bag, but I actually don't. Let's just destroy the stalker so it's done with. So we are activating the energy bolt, make it a level 5 laser, destroy this, get another maneuver token, and let's see what happens. So in the enemy attack phase, the Siphon is stunned with the propulsion cannon. I don't get any damage. Go forward with this, so I can't stun with lasers now. I'm drawing the pilot plans. And we do have a lot of maneuver tokens, a little bit of energy in the propulsion cannon. And the enemy rivals are the Reaver, which could make us draw. Nice. We do have an Apocalypse here. So let's see, in the back we have 2 tokens, so we can draw them with the Reaver. We don't have any firepower to destroy the left mothership, so that's a bit sad. And we almost have enough to evade the right mothership, but we would have to get rid of all these. And we don't have any firepower, so we would need to use evasion. We could recharge the advanced maneuvering and activate it, but then we don't have enough tokens left. Does the propulsion cannon do anything for us? Well, it can stun an enemy. It could destroy the Reaver for another propulsion cannon. So let's think about this again. 2 tokens in the back. If we destroy this, it's 3. If we evade this, it's 5. But we would need all this, and then we would get blasted by the mothership and the Apocalypse, which we cannot stun. So I think as last game, which again I can't show you unfortunately, we have to bank on the last warp to really blast down everything and kill them both motherships. I think that's the only thing we can do here. So we stun 3 things, then we can activate, for example, loop around, and we can use the palm device maybe. No, we can't, because this would take a token from the bag. So maybe we should evade the Reaver to draw the rest of the bag. It's 2 tokens in there. So we could, for example, swap this with an overdrive palm device, then evade this. The overdrive would just stun these 2, but then we unlock this mothership, unfortunately. I would really like to evade this. This would be so nice. But do I want to take 2 damage then? I'm running out of tokens that I really want to remove, so I probably should not do that. So if I want to draw, I can swap out this token. I will get 2 tokens from the bag. Actually, the bag already contains 3 tokens. I think I added a maneuver token, right? The problem is that the mothership is no longer protected, and I would to take care of this as well. I should really know what is in the bag here. Well, I think I want to draw. Then because if I draw, if I have 3 tokens already, if I now add something with the palm device, I'm not guaranteed to draw it. So if I now evade this, I will get 2 tokens, which means I have another turn. If I stun this, maybe I should do this and take the 2 damage. I can't stun anything with lasers, but the propulsion cannon can stun. Unless it counts as lasers, that's unfortunate. So I think I have to see if the propulsion cannon stuns the Apocalypse first. But if it counts as lasers, it's just a wasted token, basically. Let's try to stun the Apocalypse. And it comes up blank, finally. So 3 blanks in a row, but it does stun this. So I will evade the Siphon with 3 maneuver tokens, which gives us a level 3 laser and a power token. And I think I want... What do I want? I think I'm taking the overdrive, to be honest. Let's take the overdrive. So this I would put into my hold. Enemy attack phase. This is discarded and I'm getting 2 damage. So I'm losing 2 shields. And I have to get rid of 2 tokens again. And maybe it's just time to get rid of the propulsion cannons. Yeah, goodbye. Alright, so we are next turn. Everything works again. And we are drawing the content of the bag if I didn't miscalculate. Exactly 5 tokens. So 2 Whirlwinds, 1 maneuver token, an overdrive, and a 3 energy. I think I should have known that I re-added the Whirlwinds with the cleaner bot. But there are no enemy arrivals because we are through both decks already. So this would mean I can destroy the right mothership, but I cannot get rid of this. So this would get rid of it, and I could re-add 2 tokens to the bag, but I can only draw them if I then add these 2. So I could reactivate the cleaner bot because I do have still the energy left. So home away from home, cleaner bot. This would add 3 tokens. This would evade the apocalypse and add 2 tokens. So we have another turn and we have to deal with these 2. And we can decide completely on the tokens. I think I want to try that. So this for evasion, this would be home away from home, reactivating the cleaner bot with this. I think I want to do that. So let's evade the apocalypse. So we add 2 tokens to the back and I'm just using regular maneuvers. Why not? Then I'm using home away from home to refresh the cleaner bot, activate it with 2 energy and return 3 tokens from your discard to the back. So another 2 maneuver tokens. So this is enough to destroy this side in next turn. So let's see, I want to stun these 2 and I can use both. So if I add the overdrive, actually I only need 3 maneuver tokens and this would be stunned with lasers. Is there any way, so if we do not add the 4th maneuver token, but instead add, well, we cannot use the energy bolt again. So that's far too much damage. Nevertheless, well, if we do it the other way, let's do it the other way around because then we have a chance to draw tokens. And if I destroy this, I get a token which I can immediately draw. I think that's the plan here. So this is stunned, and we add 1 more token. So the tokens in the back will exactly kill this and we have to outmaneuver this to draw whatever we get here. So I will add another token for evasion. But no, if we get rid of this enemy next turn, we cannot deal with the 3 damage from this. Where we can if we get a token that we draw right away and then play it. So it has to be something that can stun him. And we can't outmaneuver him, so it has to do something that deals damage, which is fine, I guess. So let's just add another token that helps us evade. So any enemy attack phase, the Reaver was stunned by maneuvering with the overdrive. And the right side was stunned with 3 damage, which doesn't do that much. So we move on, draw the content of our bag, which is 4 maneuver tokens and a whirlwind as planned. There are no enemy arrivals, obviously. So we do kill the mothership here with 4 maneuver tokens. So this is discarded. We get 1 token as a reward, which I think is then just the level 3 laser because we just need the firepower. It goes to the back technically, but then we can evade the Reaver. So this is taken care of and we draw 3 tokens from the back, which is just this, and then we stun the other mothership. And that's the end of the warp. I think that went fairly well. So at the end of my turn I will advance this again and we will be in the last warp. Let's take all the tokens back to the back. And I think having 1 more warp left, which I hope we have actually, and I didn't cheat. This will be almost trivial to now kill this mothership. I think these enemies will still come. So let's refresh all our nice abilities. We have racked up quite some skills due to the level 3 enemies we destroyed. So let's see what skill we get. Well, let's first shuffle the enemies. Did I screw up with discarding them? No, I did not. So let's shuffle these. These are the priority targets that we have to gun down now. We can just keep them in check. And the nice thing is that this will not even be in effect. So the skill choice is between the split laser and the old necklace. I think I will just take the split laser. There's not much to ignore, and ignoring 1 enemy attack. I don't have 1 energy tokens anyway. Well, I don't have level 1 lasers anyway, but this at least might come in handy to destroy some stuff. So the first pile plans gives us a lot of energy, a lot of lasers, and 1 maneuver token. The enemy arrivals are the Stalker as a first enemy from the left mothership and the Shade, so not high level enemies. And from the other mothership we have the Torment and an Intruder. So at least nothing that I cannot stun or something like this. So the advanced maneuvering is not that interesting currently. The cleaner bot is not interesting as well as home away from home. So these are all skills I want to use later to refresh or to strengthen my pool. The loop around I never got around to activating, and the palm device, so that might be one of the last chances to use this. So we only have 3 tokens to stun, unfortunately, but maybe we just use the energy bolt and just draw with the torment. Although it's from the wrong line, but I really need more tokens, I think. I want to see more. But then again, if I do not kill anything, damage to the shield will not matter that much. I could just blast down the Shade, so I can actually buy stuff without having to pay more. Then, for example, prevent the damage from the Torment. Because it's last warp, shield damage that makes me remove tokens is not that important. And I am working on the right enemy, so that's what I like about that. So let's assign 6 damage here, kill the Shade, get a level 2 laser token. Maybe we have a play with buying something and then using the cleaner bot right away. I think that's actually quite good. So if the Shade gone, I can pay 3 to buy a power token probably. Should we go with the reflect? It won't work against the mothership, unfortunately. So I think I will just buy the last whirlwind so we get faster through the enemy lines. So I'm buying this. I'm then activating the cleaner bot Steve with 2 energy to return 3 tokens to the bag. And then I'm preventing 2 damage from the torment, which allows me later to get a level 3 laser token. And I do still get 3 damage, unfortunately. That depletes my shields, and this is removed from the game. But the torment was stunned, and we get to the next phase. And this doesn't do anything because the mothership is already destroyed. And we will draw 5 tokens. Alright, so a lot of maneuvering. Enemy arrival is a Reaver. And I think that's quite nice. Because now I will activate advanced maneuvering. Well, do I? It just sounds so good to draw. But these are just the very simple enemies. But I can refresh it later. So activating this, evading this, and evading this. That would be the plan. So we progress, we just stun this, and well, we actually kill it and get a maneuver token. I think I want to do this. So activate the advanced maneuvering. We pay the 2 energy for this, which means that with 1 more maneuver token, we evade the torment for a level 3 laser. So we get 1 more to the bag. This will make us draw. Well, that's unfortunate, it makes us draw. Do I actually want to do that? Let's draw. Let's see what happens. So 3 more tokens. We do have a hold still. Oh, a lot of laser tokens. That's unfortunate. Well, or is it? Actually, we can just store this. We can use this to charge the energy bolt. We can use this to charge the split laser. We did want to evade one of these and kill the other. Well, we could hold on to this, kill this, and evade this. I think I want to do that, yes. So this 3 will kill the intruder. We get a level 1 token. And this will evade the stalker. And we get a level 1 energy, which is actually quite good because then we can activate Palm Device, for example. So enemy text is nothing. Next turn is pilot planning. So a little bit of maneuvering, overdrive and whirlwind, reflect, laser, and a level 1 energy we just added. Enemy arrivals are flame, a thunder, and there's only 1 card left. That's nice. There's a vengeance and there's a siphon. So let's move that out of the hull. So we should not spend too much energy on these. So if we just stun them this turn with maneuvering, we can't do this next turn. But I do have this whirlwind left, which I might want to put on hold then to just evade one of them, probably this one. So we can use the reflect here. This enemy cannot be stunned, that's bad. So we can't do it like this. So we probably have to use this now so we can get rid of it. Unless we want to blast it down for a skill. But let's get a reflect, why not? Too many skills already. So this would take care of them. So this cannot be, well, it can be stunned, but it will deal even more damage. So we need 5 damage. There's no efficient way to do it. Well, there would be with the split laser. So it's count as 1. And that's then 5. But then we use the, so it's 4 damage to the shield. Okay. Well, 1 to the hull. So maybe this is the time where we actually take the hull damage. Just to make it more efficient for us. So we keep this. I think this just counts as 2 damage if I use reflect here. So I'm doing all this just because of the thunder. Maybe that's not good. Maybe we just play the overdrive here after all, but then we would have to destroy the thunder. We do have a reflect for 3, and we can use the energy bolt for 5. That's actually 8 then. I think I want to do that. So 3 plus energy bolt is 5 is 8. Destroys the thunder, we get a skill, which is the explosive rhythm, which allows us to immediately get evasion bonus from enemies if we have enough energy to actually charge it. So I think I want to keep that as said for next round. I forgot that if I stun this, it deals 3 damage instead. So maybe we have to play this here then. We could use the Palm Device by stunning this. So this would handle everything. Yeah, we have to get rid of this thingy here. So that's 3 evasion. So this goes here. This is here, and we get an E power, which is the Electrobot. So finally we have one of those as well, which means that I could use the Palm Device to turn this into something else. Actually, let's charge the Palm Device and keep this in the hold. Alright, on the enemy attack phase, the Siphon was stunned and the Flame was stunned. We go into the not being able to stun with maneuvering and draw the pilot plans, which gives us the Electrobot, a lot of damage, and a Whirlwind. The enemy arrivals are, the last enemy here is a Destroyer, and here we have an Apocalypse, so one of the worst draws that we can have. So the Electrobot counts as a 1 laser, and it does stun when first applied because it's 1 laser. So we do have enough to stun everything, that's good. And we do have another Whirlwind, which is also quite good. So I think I will just evade the Siphon, so it's taken care of. That counts as 3. we will get another level 3 laser to the bag and a power token. And the power token is the overdrive because it means we can evade these enemies or stun them. So we will try to hold on to one of those. Maybe just use the Electrobot now to stun the Apocalypse. Maybe we should not do that. Maybe we should place it here. Use 2 here, 3 here. So this is 3 damage. Another 3 brings it to 6. Then we can either kill it now with split laser or kill it next turn. I think we will do it next turn. So let's assign it here. That's 6 damage. Let's just do it like this. So the Apocalypse is stunned, the Destroyer is stunned, the Flame is stunned. We go on here. Not that it will matter now because we are out of the only ability that's still alive. And we will draw the Pilot Plans. So a lot of evasion, and the final enemy arrival is a Viper. So I think I will use the split laser now just for fun. So it counts as 1 against all enemies, even the mothership. This means the flame is now destroyed. The Electrobot jumps to a different target. I have to decide where. Let's first get the last propulsion cannon. And I do want to destroy the Viper right away. And I think 2 damage will just do it. So I don't need the Electrobot. So I will put it to the destroyer. So I will draw from the Viper 3 more tokens, which is more evasion, energy, and a level 3 laser. So we should probably just evade the destroyer at that point so we can get to the mothership. So I'm putting 2 overdrives here and the whirlwind. That's 4. That means the destroyer is gone. It's evaded. This goes here. It's locked in. This is discarded. And the Electrobot jumps to the mothership, I think. And we do get another skill, which is the perfect plan. Tokens you buy this turn go directly into your pool. Well, this is kind of perfect, to be honest. So how much damage do we need? So since we have the Electrobot already here, and I think the split laser is still active. Yeah, it is. So we have 2 already there, which means that we only need 8. We have 6 already. So I'm activating the perfect plans. I'm buying a level 3 laser. And we are just blasting down the mothership and it's destroyed. Whew, this went fairly well, I think. And again, I needed all the warps and it did not come down to the last turn this time. So the bag still contains at least 5 tokens, I think. So as you can see, I have lots of skills because we did have the destroyer and we are evade heavy with this build. This really helped a lot to get lots of options. But once you add all these level 3 laser tokens, it's almost exhausted. We have all these power tokens here, some maneuver tokens. It really adds up. And yeah, I hope this time the recording is not corrupted, so I can actually show it to you. See you in the next game.